change for me and be so wonderful. No, you can't clap at the same time as me. Okay, what is your name?
My name is Shira. Do I say my last name?
You can say the last name that you want. You don't have to say your last name. You can also just say Shira.
Shira.
Okay.
I was trying to think of a famous person's last name that I liked, but I can't think of any cool famous people right now.
Cage.
No. Coppola, you mean, not Cage.
Coppola. Context for the situation.
What context? Context who?
That I'm wearing a hairnet right now.
Oh yeah. You should just every once in a while, get really, really close.
And we're dyeing my hair and we're sitting in your room and it's in your house. Your apartment.
Yeah, I wish it was a house.
On a Sunday. And
Evening.
And Boots is sitting here next to us, your cat. Okay. Alright, now we're gonna get into real questions. When did your insomnia start?
My insomnia started. I must have been like 4 or 5. I used to wake up in the middle of the night and then I would sit on the floor and watch my parents sleep because I was convinced they were gonna die.
Why do you think you have insomnia?
Because bad things happen to people who deserve it. I don't know. I have no idea.
Like a symptom of something else that you're dealing with?
No, I've had insomnia since I was like a youngin', like only like 2 feet off the ground. What can you do so wrong at that point that your conscience like tortures you to stay awake?
And do you think the fact that you kind of can only have nightmares contributes to your insomnia, or is a symptom of your insomnia?
I think because it started so young that it's just like, I don't know, a loop. Don't sleep because you don't want to dream. Go to sleep, dream bad, don't sleep. Have to sleep, dream bad, wake up, Yeah. Just a cycle.
What is the most memorable dream that you've had?
I used to get recurring dreams as a kid. And there's a few that are really fucked up. But like one time before my grandma had even died, I went to hell and she was there. So like these kids pushed me into a portal on the playground. I must have been like 4 or 5. And like I'd have this dream, like it's a recurring dream. So then I went to hell and hell was an airport and she was there and she got a Reese's peanut butter cup because that was her favorite candy. And then she like toured hell with me. I don't even believe in hell. So that's just really weird. But hell was an airport, in case you ever were curious. And then I had this other dream that I was in this purple haunted house. Like actually scary. Not like Goosebumps, but not like, who's a really fucked up character?
Like Chainsaw Massacre?
Yeah, not like Chainsaw Massacre, but somewhere like in between. And I was with my dad and we go into this room and he likes to play the piano. So there's a keyboard and he starts playing with it and a brownie pops out of the keyboard and I'm like, don't fucking eat that. That shit's poison. He eats it, turns into a werewolf and then is trying to kill me. And I'm like, I fucking told this bitch. I told him. Like, be for real. Why did you do that right now? And then he's trying to kill me. And that's when I started having the dream. I was probably like 4. And that's when I started watching my parents sleep. Because I don't know if I was convinced they were going to die, if they were going to kill me, or if it was like a mix of both. Probably a mix of both.
So in your earlier nightmares, it was because it was like someone you knew and bad things were happening to them.
Yeah, now I don't really dream about people that I know. And now like, I was kidnapped by a sex cult one time. And that was like a few months ago. Constantly being killed. One time I got assassinated. And I was in the ER, I was attempted assassination, I should say. I was in the ER and I called Colin. He's like, sorry, I'm at a club right now. I can't come to get you. And I'm like, well, I guess I'll just die. Thanks.
Do any of the scary things that happen in your dreams root from things that happen to you in real life?
I mean, I've never tried to be murdered before.
No.
It's not like a metaphor for being
been abandoned.
Aborted. But I think other dreams too are like abstractions. Like you don't live as a girl without or a tits and an ass and a pussy, if you will, without getting shit grabbed every once in a while. So like dreams that are like rape adjacent, I suppose, could stem from, or like serve as an abstraction of. But honestly, I think it's just one of those things because it's like, what are the worst things ever? Rape and murder. Okay.
Yeah.
Brain, it's like.
It's also like a fear that all women have.
Yeah, definitely. I'm not paranoid where I feel like people are coming to get me, I guess. So I don't know if you could say like the assassination dreams are like part of that, but maybe more come from, like, just everyone's fear of, like, temporality and mortality, I guess. Because everyone's existential about that stuff. Yeah. But, like, I guess not everyone has, like, dreams. But not everyone has, like, intrusive thoughts in the same way either, I guess, too.
Well, you know, the idea of temporality, we've talked about before how you thought you were going to die at 13. So, like, fuck it while I'm here. Yeah. But then you also had that fear of temporality.
Yeah, I think once, too, when you have, like, a near-death experience, after that, it's, like, either you become at peace with death or death scares you to death. Get it. Ha ha ha. And I think, like, for a while, it's like, oh, that's chill. That's chill. I'm so chill. I'm at peace with my ending life, you know? And then there comes a point where you're like, fuck that. I don't want to die. I want to live a full fucking life. I want to be happy when I leave this planet, which is a really unattainable goal for most people. So it's, like, this weird, like, yeah, dying that one time wasn't so bad, but, like, in the future, is it going to be the same? Am I going to have regrets when I'm old and gray? Am I going to die young? Like, there's so many factors that go into it that, like, you can't control, but when you're controlling it, it doesn't seem as bad, I guess. Yeah. If that makes sense? Like, people who jump always regret jumping. People who hit the water always regret, like, it's, like, especially people that survive that, like, you gain a new appreciation on life, and it doesn't come right away, obviously, but, like, it definitely comes at some point. And then when, I think, that settles in to you, you start to become, like, more afraid of death. So
you've gone through, like, ebbs and flows with it.
Yeah, definitely. And I think all people do. Because, like, a few months ago, you remember how I was. I was, like, horrible. Now I'm fine. Medicated.
Hey, fine. Medication is a beautiful thing.
Yeah. Well, at that point, you have two options, right? You have the permanent solution, as some will call it, or you have, okay, I know I had strong convictions against medication, but let me, like, fix myself.
I'm glad you did. You're much
well, yeah, if I died in debt, then someone would have to pay that. That's fucked up. Why would you do that to somebody? That's selfish as shit.
Keeping you alive is that you're in debt?
Well, no, I have a cat.
You have a cat, yeah. Would you say you had that change of thought from, like...
Most recently or when I was younger?
I would say most notably. When you have that change of, like, fuck it, like, yeah, I'm here for a good time, not a long time, to, wait, no, I want to die happy.
Maybe, like, late high school, sophomore, when I started not hanging out with the same people all the time, getting up to shit we shouldn't have been getting up to, I guess. I don't know. Got in a serious relationship and started applying to college, being like, oh, there are actually, like, things next. It's not just, like, this forever. And, like, I think college was a great, like, end goal for me, too. Because, like, I knew what I wanted to do, kind of. And, like, where I wanted to go. I knew that I wanted to, like, leave my hometown. And that force drove me. Because a lot of kids from my high school did not get out. A lot of them are at the community. Or at, like, the privates around there. But it's, like, you're still there. You're still living at home. Like, the same behaviors. Like, that's a problem with institutions, because you go in and they, like, maybe they fix you up and maybe they do a great job, but then you go back and it's the same exact shit.
Yeah. But you had that change of scenery.
Yeah,
or
exactly.
you had that goal of a change of scenery.
Yeah. And things don't, like, change rapidly like that in, like, most people's situations. So, like, when there is that rapid change of environment, that's when things start to, like, look up.
It's kind of lucky, then, that you had that change of mindset right around when you need to start thinking about college.
Yeah. Well, you know how type A I am? Like, I applied to shit, like, 10 years before I need to. So I applied to college, like, post-junior year. Like, junior year summer. Like, I literally had my applications done by the time colleges opened. So it was like, that's done. That's already done.
Well, I'm glad you ended up at NYU.
Yeah.
And I'm glad
they gave me money to go. It's way too expensive.
I'm glad they gave you money to go. I'm glad you went, and I'm glad you haven't killed yourself yet. Very proud of you.